Let's get across right now to the latest news coming in on the third day of the Prime Minister's visit to Israel. What you can see on your screen is the Prime Minister at Olga Beach. Desalination unit is what's being demonstrated to the Prime Minister. He's accompanied by the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The Prime Minister and the Israeli Prime Minister are currently looking at the desalination plant, which is the visuals that are coming in right away on the day 3 of the Prime Minister's visit. It has been quite a fruitful visit for India with a historic importance. First visit of the Indian Prime Minister to Israel. Both leaders have been sharing bonhomie. There you see the first glass of water from the desalination plant that's being demonstrated to the Prime Minister. There have been tremendous cooperation between the two countries, now extending to agriculture and technology needs as well. This is also going to be one of the key milestones for India to solve the water crisis back home. You can use the seawater with this desalination unit. And there you go, a cheers with Israeli Prime Minister and the desalined water that the Prime Minister is now tasting. One of the 7 pacts that's been signed between Israel and India is also on water cooperation. Agriculture being the other, defense being the bedrock of relations between India and Israel. Earlier, we had seen solemn images of the Prime Minister paying homage to the Indian soldiers from World War I at the Battle of Haifa spot. You also had the Israeli Prime Minister accompanying him. Both the leaders have been sharing quite a bit of bonhomie. Here you go, a collective group photograph with the desalined water. Up next is more business with the Prime Minister set to meet the Israeli CEOs. Around 13 CEOs will be participating in the round table. 18 of the Indian CEOs will also be present there as the Prime Minister is now inspecting the water desalination plant. There you have the Prime Minister now on board with the Israeli Prime Minister, and they're surrounded by the security guard. Now, both the leaders sharing a unique camaraderie, driving off right now, what you can see on the Olga Beach. And earlier, they were also spotted at the Olga Beach together. You have the flags of both the countries on the van. Interestingly, there have been a reciprocation of the affection shown by the Indian Prime Minister, by the Israeli Prime Minister as well. Both have been seen in moments one can recall which Barack Obama and the Prime Minister had shared earlier as well. Similar kind of camaraderie witnessed between the Israeli Prime Minister and the Indian Prime Minister. A milestone visit, first for any Indian statesman. Remember, it's not the first visit for Narendra Modi though, because he had earlier visited Israel in 2006 in the capacity of Gujarat Chief Minister. Let me go across to my colleague Padmaja, who's joining us as well, and Gaurav is now also with us. Gaurav, take us through this momentous occasion, cooperation between the two countries now being witnessed in this Olga Beach, where desalination unit is being demonstrated for the Prime Minister.
This is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's key focus area, desalination of water, water management. These are areas what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said would actually benefit a large number of Indian farmers and households. So while the focus does remain on military hardware, on avionics and software that India has to acquire from Israel, this is what the Prime Minister's key focus area is. So desalination of water, and especially when India has a huge coastline of 6,700 kilometers for the use of agriculture. And this is where Israel has amazing innovative technologies to use seawater for irrigation. How do they desalinate that water? And in fact, if you see in one of these images, the Prime Minister also drank that water. And this is what Israel says, that through that reverse osmosis process, they make that water good enough even to drink, what to say of agriculture. But is this technology affordable at a wide scale? Can it be used for agriculture in India? All of that is a matter of discussion. 2 MOUs have already been signed, one when the Israeli president came to India and the other yesterday between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for the state of Uttar Pradesh.
Absolutely. $40 million also given for innovation funds, satellite technology, water, agriculture, all on the agenda. But Gaurav, let's also talk about literally what Benjamin Netanyahu described as the marriage made in the heaven between the camaraderie that's been witnessed between the two leaders.
So this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is immensely beneficial for both countries. India and Israel traditionally considered very close, but initially, this was a relationship that was in a closet. And this time, this relationship is out of the closet and it's being celebrated in front of the world. Though, of course, Benjamin Netanyahu did say similar things about, the Israeli relationship with China, with whom we have, a standoff situation currently. But this is how India and Israel together are coming together, not just to combat terrorism. That remains a key focus area, but also, as both Prime Ministers said, for the benefit of mankind, not just for the benefit of each other, but also for benefit of mankind. So Israeli military stuff coming to India, counter-terrorism cooperation, cyber-security cooperation, cyber-terrorism cooperation, and the new field, Devina, which is extremely significant, is cooperation in Africa, and that in the years to come could be a big game changer as far as the world order is concerned.
Also, absolutely, Gaurav. Let's also talk about that, how India-Israel ties go back with even the Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, one of the party's most senior leaders from the Congress, who initiated the Israel ties as well, especially on the defense track that we've been talking about. How far has India come from there?
A very long way, a very bold decision taken by then Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, and subsequently every Prime Minister virtually built on this relationship. At the same time, while some commentators are saying that does this mean that India has had a change in its stance? Does this mean that India will no longer support the Palestinian cause? Government of India has made it very clear that it supports the two-nation, two separate state theory here, where it comes to an independent state for Palestine and one for Israel. At the same time, our cooperation with Israel is not just restricted to counter-terrorism, but as these images show, it's for the benefit of Indian farmers, it's for the benefit of Indian households. Water conservation is something where Israel is a pioneer. It's seen as a startup nation which has done tremendous amount of good work in water conservation, in water management, use of water effectively in agriculture. States of Gujarat and Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh have benefited for years with their chief ministers visiting Israel, getting the technology into their states. Now the aim is to ensure, can this come at a bigger national level? That's the effort with these prime ministers. Sometime back we were interacting with the Israeli ambassador in Delhi, and he said, I spend very little time in the national capital because I'm traveling across states, taking these innovations to those states and ensuring that people across the country benefit from it.
Absolutely. And Gaurav, let's also see that how in this visit, at least as you've pointed out, that India does support the two-nation theory. The Prime Minister has chosen to skip Ramallah. He won't be going there. And that's one of the reasons why the Israeli Prime Minister has cheered the visit of the Prime Minister, because he's decided to skip the Palestinian seat of power.
That's a very big signal being sent from India that it's not necessary to equate ties between two countries, and India has very strong relations, or India is building on relations with the Arab world. But that's independent of India's relationship with Israel. And that's one message that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given out on several occasions. Our relationship with two countries, and they may actually be at loggerheads with each other, but that does not affect India's ties with either of the two countries. And perhaps that is where India can, in the times to come, play a bigger role in bridging the gap. But that's different. Look at the way the Prime Minister was treated when he went to Saudi Arabia. Look at the manner in which he was treated when he went to the United Arab Emirates. Look at the way these countries are cooperating with India on the issue of counter-terrorism, which has immensely blunted Pakistan-sponsored terror in India. But you have a long way to travel there. As far as Israel is concerned, it's a relationship altogether at a different level. Somebody like Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, will their personal equation help taking this relationship to altogether a new level remains to be seen.
Absolutely. Not in troubled water then, as one can see both the Prime Ministers at Olga Beach. Definitely a relationship moving forward, strategically timed, as Gaurav has been pointing out. After the visit to Saudi Arabia and UAE comes the visit to Israel in the fourth tenure of the Modi government. Thanks, Gaurav, for joining us. More news coming in.